Hello, good evening Tribuners. Welcome back with me Kusno Asyaifah in Indonesia News of Tribun Lampung. We will present you an up-to-date and interesting information from upper class in Indonesia. And here the complete news. The first news is Fortuner faces truck accident in Kerinci until it pumps in the abyss. The accident in Kerinci happened again. The truck accident versus Toyota Fortuner, according on the national road Kerinci-Bangko Thursday, April 28, 2022 afternoon. Toyota Fortuner falls in the abyss after a collision with a truck. The information obtained. The fatal incident occurred in Muara Itmin, Batang Margarin District, Kerinci. Is it known whether there were cancelled or not? The source admits in the south, the accident first hit where a World Fortuner car hit a truck. The head of the Kerinci police, adjutant to the police commissary Yudhistira confirmed to the accident. He said that the still were scanned. Kasat said there's the worst consultant in the accident, however, both cars were badly damaged. The next news is Hotel Borneo in Maryland, Ketapang on fire. Dozens of the firefighters and the dogs of the firefighters are still trying and extinguishing the fire at the hotel building, which is located in the Dr. Sutomo Street, Delta Pawan District, Ketapang Regency, West Kalimantan. From the tribunal observation of the scan, smoke was still rising. Officers were forced to break a number of the classrooms and the hotel lobby in order to spray water into the building and the room. However, the cause of the incident is not yet known. Firefighters and the police are still on the scene. The next news is D-4 Idul Fitri passenger continue the arrive Soekarno Hatta Port, Makassar. Thousands of the passengers this very week continue and the boarded of the Soekarno Hatta Port, Makassar D-4 Eid. Thursday on the April 28, 2022, there were 4 ships docked today. 3 ships continued the journey while on the spend the night in port. First ship Kela and the Gunung Tempo from the Bau and the continue to Surabaya. A total of the 966 passengers who gathered off the T ships for the 107 further and the 1105 board from the Makassar. Then the KM Leisure ship came from the Bau and they continued to Labuan Bajo. The 3 KM Tongkelabi ships came from the Bau and they continued to Bima. A total of the 252 passengers disassembly from the T ship 45 and the further and the high 915 up from the Makassar. The ship came from the Balikpapan and also traveled hundreds of passengers. However, the data has not been captured today. The next news is Bulungan, Regent and Kaltara complete the Japan days together at the Badung Sahur Carnival in the Arab village. After 2 years of them not being held due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the Badung Sahur Carnival in the Bulungan was again held on Thursday, 28 April 2022 evening. The activity was attended by the 16 participants of the Badung Sahur Carnival from the start of the leisure and Anamia Pahlawan Street was attacked directly by the governor of Kaltara, Zainal Arifin Faliang, the Regent of the Bulungan Syarwari, at the head of the Bulungan Police Adjutant Police Commissaries Ronaldo Mardora Siregar. Syarwari alleged that the Betuk Sahur Carnival in the Kampung Arab could become an unknown event during the month of Ramadan. The next news is, couple in the North Lampung suspect for to find a baby girl at her doorstep. Sugiono, 50 years old, a resident of the Dusun Sukajadi, like for Bumiraya village, South Abung, North Lampung, was surprised by the figure of the baby girl right off his door. The baby girl was found her doorstep on the Monday, April 25, 2022 at around 6 in the afternoon. It is suspected that the baby girl was a leg of the 14 cm and a weight of the 2 km and had just a bit born. Sugiono said that at the first his wife went to live at the house, but found a red basket who continued were unknown. That his wife told him about it. However, Sugiono did not dare to open and see content of the basket. He then went to neighbor's house to help in it. When he came back and was about to look inside of the basket, a baby girl had spoken out from behind the swaddle. Along with the tiny baby, they were also accompanied by the swaddle and the pies of the My Baby soap and the 100,000 in the cash. The next news is, the officer for the handling public infrastructure of facility claims that they were not robbed. Finally, a big lie has been exposed as the accredited outsider of the community. Rai Purnama Abdullah, an officer for handling public infrastructure and facility in Menge village in the Sawah Besar, Central Jakarta, admitted his action. The 28 years old man was not robbed. His holiday allowance or THR was not taken alone and house was not beaten badly. Ray made a video, a conference that he had made a false report to the police. It was relieved by the robbery story was the only to cover that the theft was the up for the only gambling or the false conversion. In a video received by the TribunJakarta.com, Ray and his uncle Fauzi clarified by the report about the THR by the Ruby was not true. Ray was desperate to make the up story that caused the stir the community for the fear of the being scolded by his wife. The next news is, residents could to buy subsidy cooking oil at the Pinky Manado. Buy bulk cooking oil at the Perumpan Cliff Market, Manapagal Sub-District, Manado City. You must bring a photocopy of your identity card and your own bottle. This is a monitoring by the tribunmanado.co.id. Thursday, 28 April 2022, see many mothers and some fathers are queuing at the one at the stall. When I confirmed it to the seller, he said that I was if you want to make a subsidy buy the cooking oil must have the identity card. As the annual from the Master Key of the Trade released, the Master of the Trade Regent, no. It is said as the 2022 conferring a determination of the high retail price or HET for the bulk cooking oil. In addition to reviewing help for the package cooking oil, this is Minister of the Trade Regulation also regulating the currently for the price of the bulk cooking oil. This is regulation which was signed by the Master of the Trade Muhammad Lutfi on the March 16, 2020 to replace the regulation by the Minister of the Trade number 6 of the 2020 to confirm determination of the high retail price from the bulk cooking oil. The minister's speculation had acting for the bulk cooking oil at the 14,000 per liter of the 15,500 per kilograms. Well, I think those are the news for today. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.